Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Covert Coaching. We're here in our new studio, and look, we've got a big old sign up
nice,
there and everything. This is amazing.
I'm more impressed with the chairs.
These chairs are great. So guys, it's nothing to do with coaching, and we haven't plugged them in, but
Always have
the
a good
bottoms
chair.
go up. Are these lazy boys?
These are, well, I don't know what make they are, but push a button on the side.
Your legs flip
Love
up
it.
and it pushes
Love it.
forward. These are amazing. So maybe we'll do a whole video about these chairs because these are quite good, yeah. So today we're going to talk about trust and attention, and how you can get attention from doing some strange things like don't do this at home, or actually just don't do this. Don't worry about where you're located. You could set yourself on fire. That sounds awful, doesn't it? And you could get attention. You could get attention from strange things. But to retain attention, you need to build trust, and to get trust, you have to find attention. So they go hand in hand and round and round.
You
So
have to
guys,
get yourself noticed, but depending on how
That's
you
it.
get yourself noticed can depend greatly on how easy it is to then get that person to trust you.
That's it,
Some people
yeah.
get themselves noticed by going out and just doing really leery things or doing something, completely off the wall. After doing that, you get lots of instant attention, and this is what a trap people seem to fall into. It's all about the likes, the comments, the interaction on posts and things like that, and that's really easy to get all of that if you just do something really crazy or completely out there.
Yeah.
After you've done that, trying to get those people to trust you is really hard. So it's pitching it sort of, you need to get that attention,
Yeah.
but you don't want to get it in a way that's then going to create a bad vibe, make it hard for you to find trust.
Exactly, yeah. And that's, I think, the short-term gain against the long-term gain, isn't it? So we're trying to build, anyone who's building a business is trying to get attention in the right way. It probably take a lot longer than a shock value stuff.
Yes, and I've always said it in business. I mean, you can walk into a room with 500 people. If you go around and shake everyone's hand and introduce yourself, how many of them are going to remember your name tomorrow morning? Whereas if you stand up on stage naked and call them all a name, they're all going to remember that person.
Of course,
but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, but they'll remember you for being naked and calling them a name.
So,
and is that the sort of person you want to work with?
You want to work with, exactly. Yeah. So it's finding that happy medium. You need to get the attention, but find a way of getting attention the right way for doing the right things.
And it's really difficult. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
We were saying this last week. It takes a long time to build a business, doesn't it?
But anything like that, why does everybody want instant everything nowadays? You're not going to get instant attention without doing something really crazy, which it will be the wrong attention. If you want positive attention moving forward, then it's going to take time to build that up. Be prepared to invest time. Be prepared to invest consistency. Not just if you're going to do a live at 9 o'clock every evening, don't do 3 of them then give up because nobody watched them.
Yeah.
You've got to keep going. We've been doing this for a year. We're not, we're nowhere near where we want it to be.
No, of course not. No.
It's just something that we're slowly building up. We're working on. I'm lucky enough I've just recorded a podcast with somebody from firewalk.co.uk I mean, it's amazing where we've come to. But it's taken commitment, consistency. It's taken, I know a lot of this is down to you, Rich. You've been there doing it every day for this for the last 12 months, over 12 months now.
Yeah, it's over 12 months.
And we've built it to where it is. We could have got attention day one, but I think within 3 months that would have disappeared. And and this is how people seem to want to do stuff nowadays. They want to get out there. They want to get all their attention day one, and within 3 months they've disappeared. And we've seen it so many times over the last 12, 18 months. We've seen it so many times. A lot of these people that have disappeared, and I can name several people who we've worked with and who we respect, who have done it the right way. They got involved a year ago and they're still out there. They're doing their coaching, they're doing they're doing what they wanted to do, but they went into it the right mindset. They went into it with this is going to take time to build it up. There's other people who I know who went in hell for leather, tried to get out there and get known by everyone day one, and they've disappeared. They're now back working full time and that's just how it goes, sadly.
It is, yeah. And we do live in obviously, I think it's been like that for a long time. It's been speeding up. Attention spans are tiny. Like ADHD for children, I think, obviously, I believe some of it's down to diet and environment. But I don't remember ADHD when I was a kid.
No.
Like, I honestly don't. And I think I can't go, the first thing I do in the morning is look at my phone. The last thing I do at night is look at my phone.
Is this because you have to be put into a category now, though?
Probably. Yeah.
Is that just another category, whereas it used to be you were just a little shit?
It's just
do you know what I mean?
Put that on your medical records, shit.
So now it's just, it's categorising people.
Yeah. Well, everybody's scared about mental health. Oh, they've got a mental health issue.
Like it's a new thing, though.
Well, no, it's got behavioural issue.
Yeah.
But mental health will come into it, but it's still behaviour.
Yeah.
Like, I can feel really down, but I don't. It depends how I react to it, and I suppose that's growing up and being an adult. Sometimes when I feel rubbish,
it goes full circle. It's that to do with attention seeking.
Oh yeah.
And they're getting attention in the wrong way.
Wrong attention.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you did that podcast with that guy, and he said the guy had been in prison for a little while, and he come out, and he was saying
Lewis.
Lewis Rome Taylor, and said he was getting attention for the wrong ways. He just wanted attention, and he still struggles with that today, but he tries to put it in more positive ways. Obviously, a coach now, he's doing really well. But that was attention, and we're all vying for attention, and that's what like we give people who come in to work with us, we give the attention to their work, but we'll only work with people that we feel are worthy of the attention, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're doing it for the right reasons, and they're doing it
system.
with the same value system we've got. And I think that for us is very important. That's what sets us aside from anybody else, and that's why we're constantly moving forward. We're, like I say, in our new offices. We're we're moving forward really, really well. And I would say, and we're never going to get to a point where we're going to sit still and say we're there, because our vision is just to keep moving forward, keep building, keep getting bigger and bigger, and
so many
expand.
Ideas.
We've got so many ideas, so many things we would love to bring to everybody in the UK, but it's just going to take time.
It will take time.
It's going to take. There's two ways of dealing with things like that: it's time or massive investment. I think again, massive investment gets you the attention straight away.
Of course,
but it's not always the right way of doing it.
Well, if you haven't taken the time to build something that's worth having the attention on, then what? If you're going to spend 300 quid on Facebook adverts, but really you've got nothing to back it up, what is the point? And it's like you need to spend time cultivating your skills, your message, your core values, the reason why you're doing things, and finding people that you connect with on there. And then when you do get to that point, the attention will come in anyway, and then you can expand on it because the product's there, and that's what we're trying to do very, very slowly. So attention does come, is needed. Attention is needed, but you do need trust to keep it. And that's our sort of point today, is that you need to build up trust, and the only way to build up trust, as you all know, you've told that, is to work with people over a long period of time.
It's over time. It's showing you can be trusted for the right reasons. Your values are there. Your values are legitimate. Your ego isn't getting in the way, and the attention you originally got was the right type of attention. Because again, there's nobody. You might have somebody you really trust, somebody you get on really well with, but do you want to work with that person if they don't get on with anybody else?
No. Because it's going to reflect badly
in
yourself, isn't it?
It is in a way. Yeah, it is in a way. But it's if you're really close to somebody you're in line with their morals there, but nobody else is. And you've got to look, and is that something? Do you look at that? Do you look at that and sort of think, do I really want to be involved with this person? It's not always how they got the attention; it's what they've done with it, what they've since. And I think it's really important, because I think you are, you are a representative of the people around you, and if the people around you aren't in line with your beliefs, then I think that's going to really reflect on you and the people that are willing to work with you. It's not always about it's not always about you. It is the people you employ, the people you work with, the people that you've been seen with, that sort of thing. So that's
what Richard Branson's I think has done well over a long period of time. He's obviously going to have a few misses here and there, but he's always associated himself with people that he feels that keep his brand and his image right for what he does. And I think that's really important, and it's really hard because you don't always know what someone's going to be. Like, you could take a photo with someone, and how do you know that person isn't going to end up being something that you would rather not be associated with?
And that's something you have no control over, and something that can really come back and bite you in the arse 10 years later. But it's something that is how you deal with it at that time, how you know. And a lot of people, I think because everyone was a little bit scared of the internet, so everyone sort of hid behind things. They didn't want to, something like that came out, they didn't comment on it, or they thought that was a way of dealing with it. And I think nowadays the mentality now is to issue a press release straight away, comment on it, say your piece, and although you do have to be careful what you say and to whom, I think sometimes that's the better way of dealing with it. I think just sort of get your bit out there and let everybody in a way make their own minds up. But if you let the press do it for you,
you're in all sorts of trouble.
They're always looking for and it's not just the press. When I say the press nowadays, it's not, we're not talking, you might think, my story would never get in the newspaper, but the press is anything. Social media is, fake news, all this sort of stuff. There's so much out there, and if people can find an angle to put you down, I'm afraid in this day and age they will. If it gets them some instant attention, some instant likes, some comments, stuff like that, they will, because that is what anti-social media is all about.
And it is an anti-social media. I commented on that guy from Ant and Deck. He crashed his car drink driving the last week. And someone like that, you look at him and you sort of think, what a nice guy. How I'm not saying he's not nice. What I'm saying is, you sort of think they've got it all together. They know what they're doing. They've been in the industry for years. They've never had any issues and all that. And then things start coming out. And you have to respect the fact that it's everyone's human. But this is what he's a human being, and you've got to take the longevity of what his career was. He's done a lot of good stuff, and yes, he's got an issue, he's got a problem. And I just commented on something, and I got a lot of backlash, and all I'd said was, "Hope you're all right." And also, I think people got empathy and sympathy mixed up. I was like, well, I can care about all sorts of pies involved. There's a kid in the car, and a little girl got hurt in the car. She was in the other car, obviously. I was like, well, you can have empathy for the girl and him. You don't have to separate it. And I didn't think that was... But it's this thing of opinionating. That's what the internet's
It's so easy to have an opinion on the internet. I've said it before, like online games. On the odd occasion I've played an online game. The comments that you get, like someone beats you and they're like, ha in your face. And it's like, you wouldn't do that if we were down the...
If we were standing in front of each other.
If we were down the pub playing darts... Right, you wouldn't win and then go ha in your face. No. But online it seems okay. It's okay to do that.
Well, it's because you're behind the screen.
Because you're hiding behind the screen, and that's what the problem with that. So, but I suppose from this week's Covert Coaching, the message we're really trying to get across is be careful how you get your attention. Be careful why you're getting attention and what you're doing with it. But do be aware you need attention to be able to get yourself, to move forward, to get out there. But more important than the attention is once you've got that attention is building the trust. And
it takes time.
And be prepared to invest time in it.
It's going to take time, and I'm talking years time. It's not going to take a few months, because trust is built after you've got the attention, and that's where the time comes in, and it's going to take years. But you will be there a lot longer afterwards.
It's the longevity of it all. If you just want to get attention for 5 minutes, have 5 minutes of fame, and then never be spoken about again. Go and do something mad. Just go and do something completely crazy. There's plenty of people out there that have done stuff in the past literally just for that reason, just to get 5 minutes of fame. And some of the, go and climb up the wall of Buckingham Palace or something. You'll be on every newspaper, and people have done it, but they then disappeared.
Of course.
If you want to be a coach, if you want to be actually in business, if you want to get the attention, but get it for the right reasons,
so guys,
and work on it.
So this week, what would be the lesson that they can learn from this?
It really is that just look at and it's really, I suppose in a way it's like advertising. if you're gonna look at getting more attention, getting more likes, getting out there, just think about how you're going to do it. Don't try and do something off the cuff. Don't worry about getting 10,000 likes in the next 3 weeks. Get some attention, but be prepared to build it slowly over time, and and enjoy the process as well. It's
incredible.
Sometimes I sort of think, if you were to win the lottery, I personally would feel robbed of the chance of succeeding at something. I want to work towards it, and that's part of the journey.
Self-destruct because they didn't think they deserved it.
And they didn't. They don't feel like they earned it. Don't feel like it was their their baby. I mean, if someone's just to walk along and just write you a cheque out for 10 million quid, although it'd be nice, to chuck a load of money in the bank. How would you honestly feel about whether does that make you successful? Because it doesn't in my eyes. It just means you've got a load of money in the bank. Does it make you? Are you going to respect that money?
Exactly.
Because it's probably just going to disappear as quick as you earn it. Whereas I think the people I know who have come from nothing to being successful and having money in the bank have respected every penny they've earned along the way, and I think that's really, really important. There's so many people out there that are given vast amounts of money.
And that's you've done a really, really good point there. They respected every penny, and I respect every follow, every like, every time someone shares something, every time someone sends in a bit of content, every time someone connects and just helps our journey. You respect every little bit along the way. Every
podcast we do with somebody, it's not, we could go out and just pay people to do podcasts with us. We really respect these people giving up their time, giving up their just giving up the value they've got to offer. People are coming on here and doing a podcast about things that they would normally charge people for that information, and they're willing to come on and offer that value to our listeners. But for a lot of people, it's to do with the time, which is what I greatly respect. Time is probably the most expensive asset you've got, because you're not going to be buying that back again. And they're willing to come on here, give up their time to do podcasts and that with us and offer that value. So
it's amazing. So guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe to Covert Coaching and head over to Success4.com and check out all the work of our the coaches that we have on there, and the self-developers, the practitioners. We also have a trusted coaches page. Everybody on there we've worked with in some way or some sort of fashion, and they're people that we feel that you could work with and find sort of coach that suits you. Also, we have the Mindshift magazine, so subscribe to our website on the articles page just below the podcasts, and you'll get that free on the last day of each month sent to your email address, and that's full of all the coaches that we work with and simply the very best in self-development today. So make sure you subscribe.
Mindshift magazines turn out to be a really big thing. There's so many people sign up to receive that monthly, but also we've had so many coaches and people contact us wanting to be involved in the Mindshift magazine. So if you want your copy, do go to the website success4.com, hit the subscribe button, and it's just your email address. We don't bombard you with emails or anything. You just get the magazine once a month. And it's just going to be full of really valuable content.
And coaches that you can contact. There's a network there for you. So if you're a self-developer yourself, this magazine is for you as well. So it's for the clients and the practitioners as well. So guys, it's been a really good show. It looks amazing.
I love these chairs.
Do you know what? You can sit right back in these chairs.
So much, You
but I can't just sit because I kind of look like Tom Hanks in Big. Because it's like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go like, see, if I sit like that there, you look like my dad.
That's a scary thought.
That's a really worrying thought.
Just something to leave the listeners with this week.
See you later.
Cheers.
You crazy mother.